Hey, welcome back to Podstache, or welcome back. Welcome to, this is another day of the week entirely now.
It's Tuesday, Justin. What are you talking about?
Live on the air.
I should be at work still.
Which, thank you for saying that. Because I think we're on episode mid-60s. I'm not going to even try and pinpoint
Yes,
but
Senior discount.
yeah, AARP. No, for the 100th episode, I'm going to see if we can do a live stream.
That's cool.
Ooh.
So, I mean, like, we'll still, like, record it and put it out like usual, but I'll see if we can live stream it too. But I need to look into that.
Cool.
But go ahead, Justin.
Anyways, yeah, no, I'd be down. I'm like talking about tattoos.
The plane.
That's gonna get us.
So many tattoos. I didn't even think about that.
Oh yeah,
Well, tattoos that little midget guy too.
yeah. The plane. Anyways, yeah, we'll do the little round around the horn here. I'm Justin Shank, and to my across the table,
Chris Ridley.
and to my right,
Koopa.
to my left,
Brian Lee.
all right, just us today again. All night here, actually.
What'd you say?
Just us.
Just us.
Justice today.
Just sucks.
Just sucks. Topic that we talked about last week, I guess Koopa wanted to hit on again, do a little follow-up. Koopa, go ahead. You can lead it in, man.
Yeah, well, we were talking last week about Randy Blythe, and you're better at this. You should probably talk about it. Where we left off. Where did we leave off? He was denied bail after posting $200,000.
Yes.
And he was still sitting in there, sitting in jail.
Yep.
Yeah, well, wasn't it like he posted bail and they kept it, but they didn't
That's what I had read. They kept the bail.
Yeah.
And there's some new updates that happened. Actually, like we said, the thing changes constantly. I guess he finally got his first contact with the outside world earlier in the week or in the weekend. His wife flew into Prague, and she's staying there now, which is costly as fuck. And then this came up yesterday here. Randy Blythe, actually, someone's finally talked to him. It was like a Czech tabloid or newspaper or some shit talked to him. And he's saying that it's not god-awful as it could be. He said he gets along with his cellmate really well. He said he's studying
he's learning Mongolian.
He's learning Mongolian, the language.
Like that,
Said he's writing a lot of lyrics, and said he's actually started writing a book about the experience.
I'm
excited.
I want to read it just because he's a really interesting guy. It's just like his outlook on certain things is just fucking awesome. And so just a book, any book written by that guy I would fucking read.
Yeah.
And just actually, and I'm glad we kind of brought this up. I know it's extremely kind of trendy right now to kind of bring it up, but I follow Randy on Instagram, and he fucking takes awesome fucking pictures.
Oh, no shit.
Like, he went to,
What's his Instagram?
I'm drawing a fucking blank. What's the fucking concentration camp? The big one.
Dachau,
Auschwitz? He went those, and he took these awesome pictures, and he gave this awesome just kind of description and put like a little story behind it. Like, it fucking blew me away. Like, he's a fucking literate guy, you know? He's not like some of these metalheads out there, you know? They're like, metal, you know?
Right,
it's just like, you know, because there's those dumb metalheads out there, but then there's also some really intelligent ones.
Well, he seems well-spoken in interviews, too. You know, I mean, he seems intelligent enough. I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard people be like, he was a dumbass. He's talking out of his ass. But he seems like a really well-spoken guy.
Yeah.
It seems like any interview I've seen of him, he seems like he's genuinely being cool about it. He's not just there being a dick. He's actually giving a good interview, and he's not just kind of talking out of his ass, which is nice. You know, like... And you see the behind the scenes when he's all wasted, but shit. But as far as carrying himself, as far as interviews and talking, it seems like he's a well-spoken guy. And I guess you get kind of a mixed view on his lyrics when you watch some of the behind the scenes. Because what is it on the Walk With Me in Hell? The behind the scenes at Sacrament. Again, we will rise. When the original lyrics he wrote were, "What the fuck are you whining about?" And Mark was like, "Really? That's what you're writing?" But I mean, he writes good lyrics. He's really well put together like that. So it says he's working on writing a book about the experience. And it sounds like he's being really just cordial and calm about the whole experience so far. Says he said, I write letters to friends. This is from a transcription from the Czech interview to English. This is what he says. I write letters to friends, family, and I also keep a diary. I get along very well with my cellmate, and I'm even trying to learn a bit of Mongolian. I'm starting to write a book about my time in Pancrac prison and come up with lyrical ideas. As far as the police is concerned, I believe that they have acted very professionally and followed the principles of good conduct. In terms of justice, I honestly do not know what to expect because it is different than the U.S. I thought that if I made bail, I'd be released. It says he was really happy to meet with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
He got a lot of positive feedback from her about how the band's talking, how they're spreading the word, how all the fans and everyone's behind him. The one interesting thing though is he says he doesn't remember anything happening ever, any type of incident. He said, and everyone in the band says that. It says if there was a fight on stage at some point, we'd all remember it.
Yeah,
because we play a lot of shows, but that never happens.
Right.
And he went as far as saying, he's like, listen, when I play shows, I don't wear my glasses. That renders me like half blind. He's like, all I can see are blurs, you know, because if you've ever seen anything of him not on stage, he wears glasses. So he was saying he has no clue what happened in particular. It says, since I don't wear my glasses while performing, I see a little more than blurry outlines. In any case, I did not attack anyone. The only way I could have come into contact with anybody from the audience was if I was protecting myself from people, and then parentheses, they added that in, from people from bumping into me when I was climbing on stage. So he has no clue what happened, you know. No one in the band has a clue what happened, you know. And reading a little bit farther into it, too, even the people in the Czech Republic, are some of the people writing articles on it are pretty much set that he's going to get the fuck out of there, because no matter what you do, and I never even thought of it this way, the defense, the prosecution will have no way to make a good case, because a kid goes to a show. Think of how many people you come into contact with during the course of one show. Yeah. You know, if you get in the pit, you bump into 50 fucking people.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you outside the venue, you trip and fall and hit your head.
Right.
You know, and even outside of the idea of the show, this could have happened to the kid 2 weeks prior to the show. A brain injury takes time to show up. You know, and it can. So this could have been something that happened to the kid weeks ago. You know, he could have bumped his head on his bedstand. He could have tripped on the sidewalk and hit his head on a parked car or something. Yeah. So there's really no solid way for the prosecution to say, you did this, this is what happened, this is why you did this.
Right.
So
there's
a lot of holes.
There's a shit ton of variables, you know, that could be the effect. And I spaced out. Did we mention they're asked basically?
I didn't listen to anything you said. I just got to chime in there at
like
the end.
Pancakes. Did we mention they're asking for another $200,000?
They doubled his bail now.
Yeah. So
they've actually doubled
for another $200,000.
And his hearing got pushed ahead. I think today or it happened already. Well, I thought it was for tomorrow, but it went in front of the judges already. I think I read an article. It went in front of the panel of 4 judges to go up, and they doubled his bail. It was this morning or late last night. I read an article that his lawyer and manager was waiting for the official letter from the government, the Czech government, saying his bail is increased. Post bail, he's pretty much going to be good.
But they doubled it.
They doubled it, $400,000 now. And now reading the
one thing that I found hilarious is, I mean, he's being cordial about it, and I understand why, because he's still in fucking prison.
Yeah.
But I didn't, what did he say? I didn't, I don't know how the system works. I didn't realize, or what is it? I thought when I posted bail, I'd be out. It's like, why else would you, you know what I mean? Like,
right, why would you post bail?
Right, would you post bail then if you may or may not get out? You know what I mean? Like, not to him, to the government, you know? So I really hope they don't give them any more money. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So I mean, and it's really sketchy to tell. I remember the article I read was saying that he wasn't getting the money back from the bail.
That $200,000 is gone. That
as far as I understand, because usually with bail you get that back.
Yeah,
that's why you post bail, because you post bail, it's kind of like a collateral. You know,
right?
From what I read, that he doesn't get the bail back. If you read a lot of these websites, I mean, I swear I haven't drank before I read this. I read that in a couple articles that he wasn't getting the money back. If you look at any of the articles that are being posted, a lot of people refer to this whole thing as a shakedown, which it is.
Yeah.
If he's not getting the money back, like I read.
Oh yeah.
And it seems like the commenters don't know what's going on. They're saying like, it's not a shakedown if you get your money back. Well, it seems like kind of is. If he's not getting the money back, it's a shakedown. They're fucking getting him for cash. Why else would they double the bail all of a sudden?
Right.
And the only problem is that even if he gets the $400,000 bail approved and posts it, the prosecution still has the chance to speak up about it and put something in there to have him still held. Interesting in the article too. I forgot to say this part. What was it? It was something along the lines. Okay. Yeah. They asked him, what are you going to do when you get out of jail? Or if you get out, his response, really kind of a cool response. If I go back to the U.S., I will mow the lawn, spend time with my family, and plunge right back into performing, which is awesome. So that I can pay my legal fees, because that's how he makes a living.
Right.
I have to help my friends earn some money so that we can live decently as friends. I'm assuming the rest of the band.
Right.
Because essentially by Lamb of God canceling this tour, right now they are losing money day by day.
Yeah.
Right.
They're not making a living. If I had to stay in the Czech Republic, I would look at the sites, especially in Prague. I would love to follow Kafka's footprints, and I would eat dumplings.
Well, and then just to add on to that, I mean, yeah, just every day that a band,
professional band,
band, every day that a band is on tour and they, every day that a band is on tour and say like their bus breaks down, so they have to cancel a gig. I mean, it's pure loss. I mean, that's just money that comes out of their pocket,
Right.
So just, I can't even imagine, like say, God forbid this, keeps going out. I mean, because I know they have another tour coming up soon with Gojira and Death Clock. So, I mean, just, how much money they would lose if they wouldn't be able to do this upcoming tour.
And it seems nowadays that's where the band actually makes the money. It seems everywhere else they don't really make that much.
Yeah, it's just from shows and then merch that they sell at shows. It's definitely not fucking CDs. That's
right.
Fucking CDs. It's from fucking selling CDs.
Yeah.
So I mean that's for sure. So yeah, it's brutal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fucked up. And we're like I said, like I said last week, by the time this episode airs, who the fuck knows what's gonna have happened.
Yeah.
So, hoping and praying, I guess, that by this time next week, this situation's almost quashed. Hopefully.
I'm trying to see if
ideally. So
I'm trying to see if I can find that petition thing online. Oh,
it went up. It's at
19,000.
Yeah, 5,000 short, which is still kind of stupid.
Yeah.
That they still can't get that many people to sign at that time, but they're almost at their goal. They have until the 3rd of August to say that petition. Might be a little bit too little too late by the time it's done being signed. Thank you, Lamb of God fans. Fuck yourselves.
Yeah,
you couldn't even click fucking vote on a thing. But hey, something's better than nothing, right? That's I mean, seriously, man, it's 25,000 fucking people. The internet has billions of fucking people on it.
Yeah,
at least 2.5 million of those fuckers like Lamb of God on Facebook, and they can't scrape together 1% of that to fucking sign a petition.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. Lamb of God fans can fuck themselves.
Come on, dude. Esposito F from Brandenburg, Kentucky signed it.
I will sign this for America.
I don't think Esposito sounds like that.
Hey, America.
Well, yeah.
So, but that's the news.
That's a Rattle Blythe update. Did you see that YouTube is switching subjects? Here we go.
Awesome
segue. They're I guess they already launched it, a face blurring.
Yeah, I
tour.
saw that. Yeah.
Wait, what is it? Wait, what?
A face blurring tour?
Cool.
A face blurring tool. That's hard to say. Face blurring
tool.
Face blurring tool. These new dentures. Face blurring tool. Yeah.
Like,
why? What?
Well, so say you're a part of like a protest or something like that.
Why did I type in White Castle face blurring tool? I'm hungry.
Like say you're part of a protest and someone throws up like a video and they, you want to remain anonymous, because it might affect your job or something like that. You can blur. It is said the function would be of use to activists wishing to share footage of protests involving participants who wanted to remain anonymous.
So can I go in and blur my face out on all the KPT videos?
I guess.
I wonder how easy that is to work. Like, do you just kind of hold your mouse over your face throughout the video, and that's where it knows where your face is?
This is emerging technology, which means it sometimes has difficulty detecting faces depending on the angle, lighting, obstructions, and video quality.
That's not going to work. Because their closed captioning still sucks.
I ate tree on golf track. What?
It's actually funny that speaking of the translation tool thing or whatever. I got my Samsung phone upgraded to Android 4.0.4, which is like the newest update. And the voicemail is a visual voicemail, and now it has the voicemail to text option. It's the same fucking thing. It's like, hi, Pet Pete, how do this? Ha ha ha. Okay, see this then. Like,
I must say, the speak to text on the iPhone, it works pretty well.
Yeah,
I mean,
Siri's
you have to speak like this, but it works out pretty well.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, it's not bad. So, I'll give him kudos. But I do wish, like, for the face blurring tour, I wish you would, like, alter your voice, though. like on a current affair, like, back in the day.
Oh, yes, I walked into the bedroom that night.
But I guess I'm just asking.
Shia LaBeouf, pretty fast. Aliens.
Shia LaBeouf, pretty first.
That was my ringtone. eBay been a dummy for you.
We should talk brain sushi after this.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, I'm down.
Hey.
Agreed. But
Cooper, you're probably pretty stoked that Manowar is doing the soundtrack for the next Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
really? Oh
Yeah,
man.
I guess it's called Soldiers,
Okay.
and it used to be called The Eagle Path. Anyways, but yeah, I guess Manowar's doing the soundtrack.
That's nice. It must be Universal Soldier 4.
God damn it!
Now, speaking of movies, are any of you guys planning on seeing Dark Knight Rises opening night?
No.
I wanted to. They were telling me too. They were going to do it like that 6 hour. Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the movies.
Yeah. The problem is,
like
is that
hours.
I worked that day, so it's like I can't.
I would love to, but I just assume it's going to be a fucking madhouse.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hate people at theaters. Well, I mean, I can't. I like. It's just. I've seen the Pirates of the Caribbean's movies opening night before, and that was really funny because we actually like somehow it was at the St. Charles Mall Theater, and the line was that big fucking hallway you walk down to get in there. The line was going all the way down that out the door, and somehow like we went to the little buy it yourself booth, I think, or something like that. We had ticket stubs in our
People
hands.
never go to those little things where
You put your card in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
I
I've
used
used
to
them
do
a
that all
couple
the time.
times.
yeah.
South Barrington, the AMC South Barrington, I do that all the time.
Well, it was the stupidest. Like I don't. Maybe we're just the smartest fucking people there because there was like 7 of us, and we went and got ticket stubs from that thing, and we literally walked in the theater in front of 500 people. We showed up after all of them, and they're all sitting there, and we just walked up and said, "We're going to see the Pirates movie." And the guy's like, "Oh, did you see it already?" We're like, "Yeah, these are whatever." And the guy's like, "Okay," like that was fine with me. Like, cool. I get with whatever seats I want, but. Too many fucking people at those things, man. It's gonna be a madhouse.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
So sometimes it's really good. It's cool to have a lot.
Well,
of
yeah, it's cool to have that. I mean, yeah, for me, I like having that audience energy.
It'd be warm as fuck in there too. It's hot outside. That many fucking people in a theater.
Well,
The
chilly in there.
ACs are usually pretty good.
Yeah,
theaters.
if
So
you
that's
go,
a lot of bodies crammed
what is
into
it?
the theater.
The ultra screen.
Yeah.
that place they ice cool that thing, dude. It's gonna be cold in that room.
Freeze.
Mr. Freeze is gonna be in it.
So I don't know. I was thinking maybe just getting tickets for like the first showing on Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Like the Saturday
even like a
after.
matinee.
in the morning.
Yeah, like
in the
like
morning.
8 in the morning, 9 in the morning.
That's awesome, actually, because then you get the whole theater to yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, there's good and bad things. That my problem, if you get a crowd that's into it and not like 12-year-olds that are fucking talking all around you, it's cool. But like my problem, especially with Elgin, man, like that's my biggest problem with Elgin. It's like just people that you get these people, even in our age, like that young 20s, close, and they just don't give a fuck, man. They just they don't care about you. They're just gonna be fucking loud and obnoxious in the theater. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but a matinee is a good choice. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the movie. I want to see it.
I really want to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, that I don't know. That fucking drives me nuts. It's like when I mean, I sound like an old man here, but they really need to like do the age restriction thing better.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, especially fucking babies. Well, not fucking babies, but
There you go again, Brian. There you go again.
Baby rapist.
Brian, baby raping Lee.
put some barbecue sauce on that shit.
No, but I agree too. I mean, a kid has no.
And the credits for Metalocalypse with the baby killer. I'll show you that.
Dude, I don't think I've ever been in a theater where they've actually had like a little kid in there. Have you? You've been?
Oh my god! Yeah, a couple times.
When I saw, what was it called? The Exorcist prequel.
Was
it? I forget what the title was.
Yeah.
Someone brought a baby in the fucking theater.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
quite a few horror, because most of the time it's horror movies.
Quite a few
that I
babies.
see in theaters, and I always, I'm just like, really, a fucking baby?
Right. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Because even the noise, like, yeah, they're not going to comprehend the fucking movie, but the noise is going to make it loud enough for them to fucking scream and fuck everybody else over.
Just throw your drink at the baby.
That's a good call. I'm going to start throwing drinks at babies.
I'm gonna drown you in this big.
I was just saying, like, then you baby drowning Lee.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what was the last movie I saw. Oh, Avengers. I think Avengers was the last movie I saw in theaters.
I have yet to see that movie. I want to
Same
see
here.
that.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
I don't go to theaters like anymore.
I've
for, like,
stopped.
any
It's
fucking
weird.
reason,
I
man.
should be in theaters all the time watching movies, but I don't. I stopped. I'm Netflix now.
I mean, I have to be really.
drunk.
Yeah, that too. No, I have to be really. I really need to want to see the movie.
Yeah.
You know, to go see it in theaters.
well, even that, like, I wanted to see Prometheus. I didn't go see Prometheus.
Yeah, I
wanted to
didn't-
see
yeah, same
Avengers.
here, yeah.
I didn't go see Avengers. Batman, is a must. It's one of those that you have to go and see it in the theater. So I will go for that.
and that's not going to be in 3D, right?
I don't think so.
See, that's awesome. I don't,
Wait a minute. Did they?
I don't think it is going to be in 3D.
What?
Didn't they shoot it in 3D for
What movie?
Batman?
Batman.
No, I think it just there's more of it's in. Wait,
I thought they
I
shot
know-
it in 3D for the last one.
Well, I know they specifically shot some for
IMAX.
IMAX.
That's it.
yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
and I know more of this movie's gonna be was shot in IMAX, but I don't know about 3D.
I
I doubt
don't
it.
think it's meant for 3D, which I love.
Do you like 3D?
No, it's just no, it's gimmicky,
Yeah, I think so too. I'm not a fan of it.
you know.
You can have fun with it if you do it right. But
There is no 3D for Batman 3.
See, that's
God.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's being used as a gimmick now for sure.
Yeah.
Like it can be fun. You know, it can be a fun addition to a movie.
Well, I would actually say
But-
the opposite because Prometheus, I haven't seen it, but Ridley Scott was toting that, like, I'm using 3D to enhance my movie, not to make it kind of like a gimmick. So I think it's starting to develop that way. And you don't know. I mean, like, who knows what movies are going to be like in 5 years, dude? I mean, and that's how, like,
Holograms.
well, what's crazy is, you know, everything's changing so quickly. It could be, you know.
I think I might have seen that before.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, because I saw Avengers in 3D, and I didn't need to. There was no reason to, you know.
Maybe it hurts my eyes.
But the glasses are fucking annoying.
Yeah.
See, I remember Tron, and I was like, this is going to be that
Yeah.
movie that you want to see in 3D, and that was cool. But
Yeah, It's a very visual movie. That's a movie that's meant for 3D. It's meant for Blu-ray. It's
right.
You know, it's one of those movies that pushes the boundary. You know, technically, visually.
Right.
Can we make Dubstep the movie?
Dubstep.
Make it in 3D.
Is that just a whole bunch of random edits and cuts?
Pretty much, but with
Of movies
Dubstep,
that
the whole
have nothing.
soundtrack. Yeah,
No, but you just cut and edit movies.
Yeah.
Splice them together.
in 3D though. Yeah.
They have a bloggy now that's 3D. We'll use that. We'll use that.
A what?
What is it?
Oh, are you talking the little
The little handheld camera.
Oh,
They have the Sony bloggy 3D.
well, they had the Evo 3D. The Evo.
That'll be our
phone.
budget.
What's up?
That'll be our budget for our movie.
Yeah.
3D phone.
3D.
Why, yeah. Like the products marketed for consumer audiences that are 3D don't make sense to me.
It doesn't either. And I desperately want fucking 3D to go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I just liked a Facebook page called "Stop Making Fucking 3D Movies."
Well, I mean, and that has to. I mean, do they take that into? I mean, do they? Oh, I can't fucking think today, dude. The sun, give me the vapors. Do they take that into account when they figure box office totals? I mean, because 3D movies are more expensive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, do they? Because I mean, okay, so like Titanic originally wasn't in 3D, and it made a shit ton of
takes time. Yeah.
Well, no, originally it wasn't in 3D, and it made such this amount of money, and then Avengers came out, and that wasn't 3D. Tickets cost more, so and then they said Avengers made more money than Titanic. You see what I'm saying here?
So basically, what I think you're asking is when a studio releases a movie in 2D and 3D, do they basically count on the money for 3D?
Oh.
Or do they just say, we'll show it in both and we'll see what happens?
Oh, I don't know. I bet you they've got some numbers on it.
Or is there like an asterisk, next to it? Like, hey,
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question, but I'm sure they have numbers for that. Like they have projections for what 3D and what. And the other thing you got to think about too is the movies that are coming out 3D now. They normally shoot that way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So,
well, some of them.
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah, because what was it? The new, the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland. That was terrible.
Yeah.
I never saw that.
Saw that in 3D in theaters. Terrible.
Yeah.
And then this, actually, how much time do we have left? This
5 minutes.
Yeah,
4
this
minutes.
will probably finish up. I'm so fucking tired of when they talk about a screening or a trailer for. No, it's mostly screenings. When they talk about screenings for horror movies, I'm so tired of them saying people are vomiting,
Right?
and fainting.
What now?
VHS.
I remember you talking about that at one
yeah,
point.
they've been talking about that for a while.
I haven't looked in that movie anymore than I was talking about it briefly in that one episode.
What movie?
It's called VHS.
Okay.
But yeah, it's another one of the movies where they're like, oh, people at the screening, people were throwing up and fainting, because it's so shocking. And it's just like,
I know a movie that legitimately had that reaction. Actually, it was like a small indie film that my friends were a part of down in Indianapolis. But at the screening at a film festival, they actually had 2 people vomit and 1 person fainted, legitimately in the theater.
Yeah.
The person had to be taken out on a stretcher because they fainted because they saw something they didn't like. And and I saw the movie; it was good. Like I can see why somebody couldn't handle that.
Yeah.
I'm desensitized to gore in movies.
What was that really controversial film that William Dafoe was in? Was it Antichrist or whatever?
Fuck! That movie's good as shit.
Yeah,
man.
maybe that'll be the movie.
Yeah, dude. That movie's fucked up though.
Yeah.
What's that? What's it?
I'm looking it up now.
I think it might be Antichrist.
But the only movie I can really, I know for Blair Witch, people were seizuring because the fucking camera, or people were throwing up because the camera was so shaky.
Right.
And that was one of the first movies that was kind of really like that.
Yeah.
That POV.
That was
which I'm
awful,
getting
too.
really tired of. Every fucking most horror movie. Actually, that VHS movie. That's another POV movie.
The whole time?
I
Wait,
think.
what movie? VHS?
Yeah, VHS. I think most of it's that yeah, because what is it? It's like they break into this house to steal VHSs. Hey, and they're watching these TV. This is what I'm gathering from the trailer, and they're watching this TV, and them watching the TV is these POV. God, it's I don't know. It's just
Yeah, it is Antichrist.
Antichrist.
It sounds. It's what? So it's like The Ring meets Blair Witch Project.
But it's but you're watching what they're watching the whole time. I don't know. It's 5. I don't know. It's whatever.
Is it snuff movies they're watching or something?
No, it's kind of hard to tell just from the trailer. But then, the only movie that I can really sincerely believe, people had such an extreme reaction to it would be Exorcist. Because, The Exorcist was,
It was the time it came out.
there was no movie fucking
like that one.
Like that one, when it first, and dude, Exorcist, that's one of my favorite fucking horror movies. It still holds up to this fucking day. It's just, I don't know. And a lot of those movies from the Exorcist 70s, right? Yeah. Just, and I think because it is from the 70s, it just has this atmosphere to it, that just makes it so creepy. And it could also be just the first time I watched it, it was on, actually, I think it was on, what's that Joe Bob Briggs show?
Monster Drive-In? Or
I think it might have been on that,
that
show, but I remember I watched it fucking late as fuck and just alone, in a leather chair by myself, and it was dark as shit in the room, and maybe that affected, but that movie never gets old. Well, I shouldn't say that, but I fucking love it,
I fucking love that movie now, but I remember that the first time I legitimately watched it, I fell asleep.
Really?
Yeah. It was like I fell asleep, but like I love that I can watch it now, and I'm like, fuck yeah, this is great. But I remember the first time I watched it, I was like 13, I think.
I gotcha.
But I fell asleep hard.
This will probably do it for this episode of Podstache. We'll be right back.
Hey!